objective for today's video, we need to get the bed cover on and wrapped up, and then rear fender liners, or kind of, sort of, whatever we come up with here. I have an idea. But winter is coming, and we'll head back there in a second and show you, but there's a gap between the toolbox and the outer fender that's just a recipe for nastiness, and we gotta fix that. So we got our nice black hardware, and then we have these sheets of metal, which we're gonna cut to shape because of this. Since factory fender liners don't fit in here like I was told they would, this whole top part right here is fine. There's nothing's gonna stick there, nothing's gonna hurt it. Visually it looks just fine. But right here, it makes this like step down. Oh, right there, step down. And then if you come over here, you might be able to see the daylight in there, but you can stick your hand in here. There's a big gap. So the idea is that we're going to trim our metal to make a nice square corner over there, and we'll just have a rounded edge here, and then we'll slide it all the way over so that it's touching in here to block off debris from, flying in here. And then once I spray it all black, ideally you won't even notice it, and it adds some protection. And then when I do big giant burnouts, because paddle shifters are coming soon, all of the melted rubber that ends up here will not just stick itself to the bed liner and the fiberglass. And we also are going to replicate it up front. A lot less junk will get thrown forward, but it has the same exact gap that right here has. So we might as well finish it off and make it all the way nice. Quite some time later, we have a decent template here. Stick up in here. It covers everything there. Now we will just need to extend the rears just a smidge down there at the bottom to finish covering that. But generally speaking, looking good. Now we just got to go cut it out of the metal, get some holes drilled. Once it's mocked up, then we'll paint it. And there we have all four, front and back, left and right. And now we're going to get some paint on them. There's nowhere for the camera to go while we did this, but we have all four brackets nice and mounted up in there. You can't see in the dark there. Maybe I'll go find a flashlight, but they fit up in there perfectly, all nice and snug. Front, and we got the back. Now I will be painting these screw heads black, so pretty much nobody's even going to notice they're there unless they watch this video. And then over here, passenger side, same story. And I did clean the area behind the panels. I didn't just bolt it over dirt. And back here, nice and sealed off. We are back on the task of shaving this fuel door. It has been a couple weeks because I really just don't want to do it. But we did take the metal block off plate and moved it to the inside. And now, this here, I have a bunch of fiberglass mat that I have cut. And we are now going to slowly start to fill this hole in. But rather than try to work on it vertically, I'm going to go get a piece of wood and get this door opened up so that I can lay it flat and press on it, put weight on it, sand on it, and whatnot, while it is horizontal instead. Well, this is not really going how I planned, but it's going. So it's going to take at least 3 or 4 rounds of cutting out fiberglass, mixing up resin before that's filled. Because when I had it cut out there before it was wet, it filled the hole mostly. But now it's shrunk down to like that, and so there's easily that much more gap still that we got to fill. So I'm going to make my hands usable again and continue on. Lighting is going to be terrible because of the sun glare, but oh well. I have finally got the hole filled enough that it is time to knock down all these edges and see where I'm at and how I should continue from here. And there isn't really a good place to put the camera. It would be up on the bed cover, but I can't get there at this point. And there are no tall people on the premises. So I will sand it and be back with you.
I'm going right now.
Alrighty, I totally dropped the ball when I was doing this. The last time you saw it, it was super duper ugly, but like 4-5-ish hours later of sanding, adding material, sanding, adding material, repeat, 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 we now have a super smooth, nice, pretty, non-existent hole. And once I go and I show you that our bed cover is all nice and sorted out, we're going to start pulling the whole bed cover and everything off so that this can actually get painted real time tomorrow. I have no clue where we left off on the bed, but it was a pain in the butt, or the bed cover. I know we had to redo the rear holes because they were slightly too skinny for the brackets. So then it came back off, and then like 2 more weeks happened, and then whatever. But now they're on, and it's mounted, and it works. And that was the key thing. We need to get this on so that I could go get gas before I shave that fuel door over there to know if it was feasible or not. Because eventually I will have the electric door poppers on it. I don't know when that's going to happen. So I got to make sure I can put fuel in it without a big hassle until then. But this is what we got so far. Limit straps are back in place so it doesn't go way up out of my reach. slightly unnecessary amount of work, yes, but the final product will be worth it.